So, hi guys, it's your girl Naya Tapper here with the Hot Seat with Naya on Fire Quarantine Edition. And with us, we have the lovely Cheta Emba, one of my great teammates, somebody that I played against before I even knew what a professional women's rugby team was. Um, she's an amazing athlete, somebody special to watch, great in so many ways in the air and on the ground. Um, with the quarantine going on, we can't be together to do the nice little intro of me running and stuff like that, but we're still going to make this fun and we hope you guys enjoy. We hope you guys enjoy. So first, Cheta, just say hi to the camera.
Hey guys, thanks for having me, Naya.
No
I've been
problem.
waiting and hoping, and now the time has come.
The time has come. Okay, so how we start the show off, I'm not sure if you've watched it before, but it's nice, breezy, and easy. The first thing is the top five things that we would need to know about you. If if we could only know five things.
I'll give you five. I don't know if they're the top
Yeah,
five, but
yeah.
they're important. I have four siblings. I'm the second youngest or
One
third
second.
oldest.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I have four siblings. I'm the second youngest, third oldest.
Okay.
Um, I really love shoes, especially sneakers. I also love the outdoors. Um, I'm always on the hunt for like good food, um,
You're a
or
foodie
good
for sure.
coffee. Yeah, and food, it can be sweet or savory, homemade or like just trying out new places. Um, and I'm a casual member of Naya's ad club.
You ain't sent me no video.
I haven't
Please,
sent a video, but I did subscribe this week,
which
so
one
I'm
did you
in there.
do?
I did your most
What did I
recent
have
one.
on? That'll tell me.
You had that Adidas outfit with your new kicks, and I think you said you accidentally did it without recording it first. It was the 300 workout,
Mm,
and I almost turned it
okay,
back
got
off.
you. Yeah.
I remembered when we did it in Dubai.
Yeah. And we did it in the gym too. We would do it in the gym after lifting.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's the. Go ahead.
no, but but I survived, so it was fun.
Not bad. It gets easier the more you do it. But that's the top five things you need to know about Cheddar. She loves food, but I don't know if she cooks very well. But I'm sure her parents cook amazing food that I've been waiting to try. But when she went to Nigeria, she didn't bring me anything back. It's okay.
That's not true. I brought you noodles
Ramen
because
from
that's your favorite
Nigeria.
food. It's special. Anyone who knows knows. But I can hook you up. I've been trying a few more recipes, and I found a spot here too. That
Okay, now we're going to go into the base questions. So these are three in-depth questions. Take your time with them um, and just give us your best thought out answers. So the first one, um, just kind of describe your experience playing at Harvard, rugby and soccer, and how you juggled that and why you chose specifically to play rugby along with soccer, which was your main sport from the start.
mm. um. So I've only played both my last 2 years of college, and I was a goalkeeper on the soccer team, and I kind of missed running around because when you grow up, you play, or a lot of us played a bunch of different sports, and within soccer, I played multiple positions, and when you get to college, you specialize more, like you do in every other sport. So I missed running around. My roommates were on the rugby team, and I went and watched them play. Kept saying like, "Oh, you'd like it. You should try it out." And long story short, I ended up being able to start playing rugby in the spring, which was the off season for soccer,
Mm-hmm.
and use it as a bit of cross training while keeping up with my off season soccer workouts, and then continue playing soccer in the fall. And so it was definitely challenging to juggle both. I think just because that time that I would have had off, I just kind of kept playing another sport. Um, but they were two different sports, two different groups of people. And I think enjoying it also made it easier. But, found a balance. So I was able to stick with it. Yeah.
How did you have to do any convincing with your soccer coach in terms of like injury with rugby and the contact aspect of it?
Yeah. Um, they were definitely a little hesitant, but they gave me, their blessing. They gave me permission. And when I approached the new rugby coach, I was very honest, and open about the fact that soccer was my primary focus
Yeah.
and, that I was interested in trying it out if she would have me, but, that I still needed to make my trainings for soccer. And, um, I think the other thing that made it possible for me to start playing rugby was the fact that the year that I started playing, the team went varsity. And so the access to resources like an athletic trainer, that athletic trainer being able to communicate with my soccer athletic trainer, and just being able to use the facilities at good times and whatnot made it like seem a lot more reasonable in my mind. My both coaches were willing to give it a shot, and my soccer coaches came to like my first or second match and saw me get hit, and they were like, we support you, but we can't watch this anymore. So,
I mean, soccer is a pretty contact-filled sport as well, I think.
yeah, and as a goalkeeper, like you do get hit a fair amount, but
Hmm.
the referees kind of protect
Monitor
you,
it,
or
yeah.
like that's not the object of the game.
Yeah.
Like if you just go out and like try to tackle people, you're gonna get thrown off the field. Like
Yeah.
that's not the objective. So I was, we weren't completely unfamiliar with contact, but seeing someone really just go for me and seeing me go to the ground, I think really made them nervous. And it was good when they were like, oh, we were holding our breath and then you got up and it was fine, but
Yeah.
it's too much for us to watch. So,
And
but
then,
now they've watched since then. But
yeah,
while we
that's
were
what I was gonna
doing
ask.
both, it was just a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Have you had a conversation with your soccer coach since becoming a professional rugby player in terms of like you just showing appreciation for her, trusting you with doing that other sport and just her being proud of how far you've come? Have you talked to her about that yet?
I actually, well, I did have a few female coaches, assistant coaches over the years, but my three head coaches were, men. And yeah, we do sometimes
Oh,
send
okay.
text messages and stuff. And after a bunch of various tournaments, they've sent messages of support. But that's, another good reminder that, yeah, I should really touch base and have a good heart to heart because, yeah, who knows what it would have been if I hadn't had that support from the start.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, next question. So, my second question is, what is one of the things you struggle with the most since you've been a resident? It could be on the field, it could be off the field, it could deal with rugby, it could deal with juggling life outside of rugby.
One of the most difficult things
You've struggled with
I've struggled with since becoming a professional player.
rugby. Yeah.
Okay. Um, I think the fact that it's your profession increases the intensity of everything. So, um, when I first got here, adjusting to longer training sessions, more training sessions, the expectations and all of that, was challenging, but something that, that's why we do it. We want to be in this environment. But it's really far from home. You know this,
Yeah.
all of our family is on the East Coast. So when you have, or most of our family, so, if there's a tough day or you literally just want to be with your family, it's easy to touch base and get out there. And especially when I first started playing, not knowing anyone, not really having any roots in San Diego.
Yeah.
That has been difficult. And then just, continuing to aspire, like it's a daily challenge. So,
That makes sense. Yeah. There's a lot of things on the list, so I feel like that would be something hard to take. It would
yeah.
take a lot of thought.
Yeah, just off the top of my head, I think family is the first thing. Probably because we're also in quarantine and can't travel, so
Yeah. You can travel.
ooh, don't want to.
Okay, last question for base questions. So when I was writing these questions, I wrote this last one and I'm like, dang, I never thought about that. I never asked her about it. So I know so what year did you come in? 20 what? 15?
Like full time.
Yeah.
Right at the end of 2015, 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you came in, you had this opportunity to go to the 2016 Rio Olympics. You went as a reserve. You weren't able to play, just because as a traveling reserve, the only way you're allowed to play is if somebody gets injured. Do they call it travel or injury? What's the
Um, I
it can
don't
you
know.
can only go in if somebody gets injured, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so you didn't play in the 2016 Rio Olympics. So that was, I don't want to say a missed opportunity, but in the way that I think you would have liked to be in it, or anybody going towards that dream would like to be in it, you didn't have that
Hmm.
opportunity. So then you come to now where we're a couple months out, and then it's like, and you're looking great, like things look promising, and then the quarantine happens. So now that dream is kind of pushed back again for you. How has that been for you in terms of just your mental thoughts, and then um, with your plans for the future? Because I'm not sure if this Olympics that was coming up was going to be your last, and if you had different plans after that in terms of what you graduated in and things like that, or like how has it been a big change to the plans that you had in the future where you had to push a lot of things back?
Um, I think like everyone, I was definitely disappointed.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, like it's a pretty big situation going on, and we all understand like how serious it is, and that health ultimately is the most important thing, and safety. So that kind of counterbalanced the disappointment. Like it was like I'm disappointed, but there's literally nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
so just kind of trying to handle that. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I spent some time thinking about it, and definitely as we were waiting for the decision to be made, it was pretty tough. But
Mhm.
once it was made, it was made. And since then, just kind of putting my head down and continuing to work um, has been my approach. I think it definitely impacted my timeline just because
Yeah.
that's what we've been working towards, like
Mhm.
overall, our whole group. Um, but like you said, pushes it out further. And where my thoughts are just to keep working hard and keep pushing towards that goal. And um, now the next thing that the next thing is going to be a tournament, you know? So like, it's going to be a World Series tournament. And it's like, not back at square zero, but, you know, so just taking the steps to do that and thinking about also the things that like, you know, as it was coming close, like I'm sure, at least I was like, oh shoot, I still need to work on this, or, you know, I still want to be better at this. So like, and that there taken off, and you can kind of open a little bit more to think about what things you kind of want to do on or off field, rugby or not rugby. Because I think I was definitely in almost a tunnel vision point. And, you know, now we have the positive of a little bit of space to explore.
Nice. Okay, so that was our base question. Now we're going to go into the last segment of this interview, and it's called the Speedster Round. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and you answer them as fast as you can, okay?
Okay.
All right. First one, what is your favorite book right now? Name and author.
Most recently, well, not most recently, but one of the most recent books I read was Between the World and Me. I'm not sure how to say his name, but by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Yeah. And that was a really good read. Not an easy read, but really good. You would like it.
Big book?
No.
Okay. Okay, next one. What is your favorite?
Pictures though, so.
I don't need pictures. Okay, next question. What is your favorite recovery tool?
Ice bath.
Oh, heck no, you're crazy. Okay. Next one. What is your favorite? Who is your favorite music artist right now? I've always wondered this about you.
Now I feel like there's a lot of pressure on this answer, but I'll pick a two. So in like mainstream type music, Chica is someone I've been listening to. She's a newer artist, but she's a female rapper. Yeah, you should check her out. And Maverick City Music, they put together a lot of collaborations with different like Christian, non-Christian artists, and their music really just like is a whole mood. Like whether I'm working out or riding my bike or just sitting, like it'll take you on a roller coaster. So I've been enjoying what they've put out. Maverick City Music.
City. Okay. Yeah. Okay, next question. Hiking or shopping?
Hiking.
Of course. Last question. Who has been the most influential teammate for you leading up to this Olympics?
You know, I figured you would ask a question like that.
Why?
And I figured you'd know that my answer is, I mean, everyone does something along the way.
Absolutely.
But I think what or who immediately come to mind would be Nana and yourself, probably. Nana just as let it happen. You get 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nana is just someone that I just look up to, like, for what she does on the field, on attack, defense, how she carries herself, trainings, games, on and off the pitch, and just like the wisdom that she offers and the guidance and support and stuff that she's given me, whether she realized it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then you, because you just pushed me to work hard. And,
yell at you.
yeah, but I think we're both
talk though.
hard. Yeah, and I think we're both hard on ourselves and like want to do well and know that we're both receptive to feedback. And I think have worked to understand like how and when and that sort of thing. But I know like if I ask you a question, like you're going to give me an honest answer. And because we're similar in like body type, even though our jobs are different on the field, like there are a lot of things that you do that I'm like, oh, I want to be better at that. And like I can learn from you in that way. And vice versa. And then I think also just the banter and on the field, but you keep us having fun. And yeah, you're always like, you could run faster or you could run harder or you could hit harder. So that's cool. I like that. I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. Okay, so that's a wrap with the hot seat with NAYAONFIYA. Cheta, can you tell them where to follow you on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever social platforms you use? And I'll put them at the bottom.
That I use.
That you use once a month at least.
My handle is at Cheta Emba. That's it.
On everything?
Mm-hmm.
What are you on? Twitter?
I'm most on Instagram. I'm on Twitter as well, but Instagram is probably my most responsive. Instagram and Twitter. Let me know what you want to see, what you want to hear, because yeah.
I'm gonna post more pictures of herself. Y'all make sure y'all go flood her DMs, flood her friend request.
Please do.
Go show her some love. Thank you, Cheta, for coming on the Hot Seat with NAYAONFIYA Quarantine Edition. And I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.
Thanks for having me.